The following video is a fan dub of the game Obey Me. Obey Me is owned by NTT Soulmare. Please support the official release. And stop calling me a dog!
Wrong. That was wrong. Once more, Beel. Let's hear that last line again from the beginning.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. I don't believe that line is in the script now, is it? Also, Asmo, watch where you stand. You're completely blocking Beel from view.
Hey, Simeon. What do you say we take a bit of a break? After all, we've been rehearsing non-stop since this morning.
Asmo, how about you memorize all of your Act 1 lines before requesting breaks? Alright, let's start again from Beel's line.
Why is Simeon acting so tense and irritable?
Yo, Chihuahua. You here to observe?
My name's not Chihuahua!
Out of curiosity, Luke, has Simeon mentioned anything about how the script ended up like this? 'Cause this is totally different from the first version of the story I heard.
Ah, right. Well, you see, Simeon had this really bad case of writer's block for a while, but then suddenly...
You two, quiet. Otherwise I'll...
Pipe down over there. Mammon, Lucifer, stand by. You're on next.
Ew, man. Yikes.
Creating a play really isn't easy, huh?
Oh, Solomon. I didn't realize you were here.
You could say that, yeah. I heard about what happened at the carnival, Yuki. Apparently you overwhelmed Lucifer and his brothers and brought them to their knees.
Oh yeah, I heard that too!
Really? Well, if that was nothing, I have to say I'm impressed. So, are you feeling alright? Noticed anything out of the ordinary? Well, you're a fellow human. It's only natural that I'd worry about you, right? When I heard about what happened at the carnival, it reminded me of the first time I put multiple demons under my control at once. Every muscle in my body was sore afterwards. It was rough. I wonder what it is about using magic that causes muscle pain.
Yuki, you're up.
Well, your director's calling for you. Talk to you later.
Alright, we'll start from the top of Act 2 with Yuki's line. Go ahead, let's see what you can do.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for being late.
Ah, this is perfect timing. Now that you're here, Diavolo, let's try the scene between you and Yuki. Move to Act 1, Scene 3. Diavolo, we'll start with your line.
Right. I'm ready. I know who it is you long for. Believe me, I know. Because no one has spent as much time as I have watching you, gazing at you from afar. Is there any way that I might take his place? That you might feel for me what you felt for him? I beg you, open your heart to me instead. To me, and me alone.
I can't believe we've got to watch a love scene between Lord Diavolo and Yuki. Like, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, I know it's just a play and all, but I don't really like it myself.
Alright, good. Nicely done. Okay, let's move to the next scene. Asmo and Lucifer, you'll be standing here.
Acting sure isn't easy, is it? By the way, Yuki, how are you feeling? After hearing about what happened at the carnival, I've been worried. If anything happens that you find odd or concerning, you can come talk to me anytime. Understood?
Who knew that rehearsing for a play could be this exhausting?
Yeah, Simeon's kept it well hidden up to now. But he can be positively sadistic when he wants to be. Yuki, aren't you tired?
Do you ever get tired or what?
By the way, could you believe that scene between Diavolo and Yuki? Wow! Mammon, I'd say you got a little too excited watching that. You really need to learn how to control yourself.
What? What are you talking about?
I mean, it was pretty obvious. We could all hear that great big gulp you gave as you watched them, you know? It wasn't exactly quiet. That was so funny. It makes me laugh just remembering it.
Now listen! Unlike you, I don't have a dirty mind, Asmo.
Excuse me? You're claiming that you don't have a dirty mind. You? Really?
Yeah, really.
Shut up, both of you. I'm too tired to deal with you two bickering.
Really? Well, you weren't too tired to complain about every single aspect of our performance earlier. Now, were you?
Yeah, totally. You made a huge fuss about every single little thing.
You all need to shut up. I mean, I'm trying to sleep here. So could you maybe not disturb me?
What do you mean we're disturbing you? If you want to sleep, do it in your room!
Excuse me? Who died and made you boss? I'll sleep wherever I feel like sleeping.
Okay, who was it? Who ate the piece of cake I left in the fridge? That was mine!
Oh, that'd be me. I was just craving something sweet. Probably because I was so tired. Sorry.
Sorry? You ate my cake without asking, and all you have to say for yourself is sorry?
Okay, whoa. It's not like you've got any right to complain about other people eating your stuff, Beel. I mean, you ate the pudding I left in the fridge, didn't you?
Speaking of puddings, that reminds me. Mammon! It's time you paid back that money I lent you!
Hey, where'd that come from? How'd you jump from pudding to money?
Belphie, you knew that cake belonged to Beel when you ate it, didn't you?
This doesn't involve you. Now does it, Satan? So butt out!
Don't look at me! Asmo and Mammon are the ones causing trouble here.
Well, don't blame me, blame Mammon!
Asmo's being the jerk here!
I knew I heard fighting coming from in here. Listen, all of you. Enough!
Shut up!
Huh. You don't say. So then they all just stopped talking to each other? Well, don't worry about it, Yuki. They did stuff like that all the time while you were gone. We'll end up forgetting about it eventually. And then everything will be back to normal. So forget about that. I'm gonna get back to work on my costumes. After all, when Mr. Peugeot sees the finished product, I want him to be happy.
Yuki, would you mind asking Beel what time he'll be getting back to the room today?
Yuki, tell Belphie I'll be there around 5 p.m.
Yuki, would you tell Mammon to pass me some utensils? He's the closest one to them.
Yuki, would you ask Asmo whether he wants a knife or a fork?
Should you really be laughing about this?
Come on, Luke. Just picture it for a moment. They're talking to someone who's literally right there in front of them, but they're funneling everything through Yuki. It sounds like something straight out of a comedy sketch. I do think Levy's right. Everything should resolve itself in time. But with that said, I suppose this is my problem too. After all, our rehearsals aren't going to go very well if they won't even speak to each other.
Simeon, come on. That's not why we should be helping. As angels, it's our job to help others make up, now isn't it?
I admire your dedication and your commitment, Luke. You really are a good angel.
No, I'm a normal angel. This is average angel behavior, Simeon.
So, how do we get these brothers to make up? All right. What do you say to this?
You say you want to help us make up? And this is how you decide to go about doing it? Really?
Man, Lord Diavolo said this was an emergency. You had me all worried. Did you really need to call all of us here?
You know, all of this constant rehearsing has really eaten away at my reading time lately. If you don't mind, I'd really like to go home and bury my nose in a book.
Now, not so fast. Why don't you at least hear Simeon out?
Lord Diavolo, why am I here? I'm the only one who wasn't involved in the fighting.
Yes, but they're your brothers, right? And any problem that affects them also affects you.
Sure, but still, I really don't feel like dealing with this.
All right, everyone's here now, correct? So, Yuki let me know what happened. And as both an angel as well as your director, I have to do something about this. So, I'd like all of you to make up, both for my sake and for Yuki's as well. So, I have a suggestion to help you do just that. In order to make up with someone, you have to be willing to listen to them and accept their point of view. So I've thought up a program to help you do that, and I'd like all of you to take part in it.
It's called Project Friendship. What exactly are you planning to make us do?
You'll find out soon enough. Now, this is going to take 3 days and 2 nights. And you have to stick with the system, understand? No exceptions.
3 days and 2 nights?
I don't believe it. Never did I expect to be reliving this moment.
I know, right? It's like Retreat to the Demon Lord's Castle, the sequel. I'm talking to myself right now, FYI.
Well, I don't care where we go or what we do as long as there's food. And I'm talking to myself too.
I didn't get to go when you had the first retreat. so I'm sort of looking forward to this. Though I'm just talking to myself right now.
And I'm talking to myself too. But seriously? Another retreat? What a giant pain.
Man, I want to go home. And I'm talking to myself, by the way.
You know, if you insist on talking to each other, you should just talk to each other. Don't pretend like you're talking to yourself.
All right, everyone, your attention, please. I'm going to go ahead and announce who will be bunking with who. Now then, let's see. Room number 1 will consist of Lucifer, Mammon, and Leviathan.
Just a second. Don't I get a room to myself?
The entire purpose of this retreat is for you to bond with your brothers, after all. Rules are rules, and no arguing. Understand? The next room will consist of Satan, Asmo, and me.
What?
And in the final room will be Beelzebub, Belphegor, Luke, and last but not least, Yuki.
Well, if Yuki's going to be there with me, then I'm okay with that.
Diavolo and Barbatos aren't here right now, but they'll be staying in their own respective rooms within the castle.
What about Solomon? I don't see him anywhere.
Solomon won't be participating, I'm afraid. He said that while this sounded like fun, he had other commitments. Now then, I expect you all to stick together while you're here. When you do things, it should be as a group.
What a drag.
By the way, outside of your free time, you'll be spending your hours rehearsing for the play. And I promise you, we'll be working hard.
Wait, so that's why you brought us here?
I suppose you could say that's one reason, but only one. You see, I believe that the success of our play is dependent upon the strength of the bonds you share as brothers. Now then, what do you say we make dinner? We'll do it together, as a team.
Dinner.
All right, you're all going to be making Babylon curry. Each of you is going to be responsible for a specific task.
Wait a minute! Why are there chunks missing from all the ingredients? It looks like someone took a bite out of them!
And there's nothing left of the spices that were over here earlier. Someone ate them all.
There's only one demon who'd do something like that.
There's barely anything left! How are we supposed to make Babylon curry now, huh? Man, screw this! Someone else can do it, 'cause I quit!
Why did you throw that cooking slime at me?
Hey, Asmo! You stepped on my foot!
Satan, you just spilled that bottle of flavoring all over my clothes!
Mine too.
Oh, you think that's bad, do ya? What about me? I'm covered in spices over here!
Yuki, go ahead. Put them in their place. And no need to be gentle about it.
Ow! Why do I get punished too? What's going on? Is this Yuki's power?
Damn it! I don't believe it! It's happening again!
Well done, Yuki. Well done indeed. I must say, it's refreshing to see them put in their place.
Hopefully, this will serve as a bit of a learning experience for the 7 of them.
I didn't get to have any curry. I'm hungry.
The bed's all wet from Beel's crying. And his mucus. Looks like not even he has the strength to throw a tantrum at this point, huh? Not after you use your powers on him, Yuki. Still, I suppose this actually makes things safer for us, which is good.
Hey, Beel, look.
Huh?
See this pudding? I went looking for stuff to tide you over, and I found it in the fridge. Why don't you go ahead and eat it?
Wow.
What? You didn't even wait for me to finish my sentence, did you, Beel? Just dug right in.
That was good. Is there any more, Belphie?
Well, there's another serving here. I was going to eat it myself, but... fine. Here, take it.
Thanks, Belphie.
Sure thing, as long as you're happy, Beel. Hey, you've got some pudding on your face there, Beel.
Looks like it's going pretty well between them, huh, Yuki? Let's not tell them it was actually part of your plan. And that I made the pudding and stuck it in the fridge when no one was looking. Seriously, those brothers are a real handful sometimes, huh?
Belphie, is it okay if I sample this?
No, you had some of that a minute ago. Still, it's not like you're going to be able to hold out until everything is done, huh? So here, you can sample some of this instead. I made extra.
That's good. You really do make amazing soup, Belphie.
Well, sure. After all, I know what that stomach of yours needs, Beel.
So, Beel and Belphie made up, did they?
Well, they're twins after all. They've always been close and stuff.
I'm going to go ahead and start eating.
Why did you look at me when you said that?
Beel, want to try some of this? It's really good.
Thanks, Belphie.
Get a room, you two!
Yuki. Are you on your way to rehearsal? I'll go with you. But first, could I talk to you for a second? So, that pudding I gave Beel last night, Luke made that, didn't he? And I'm guessing it was your idea, right? Part of a plan to help Beel and me to make up? Yeah, thanks. I owe it all to you and Luke. Listen. There's going to be a dance as part of the school festival, and I was wondering if maybe you'd go with me. Really? Okay, great. I was all nervous. I thought that maybe Beel had already asked you, but you said yes. You actually picked me. Wow, I'm so happy right now, it's crazy. I promise you, I'm going to make sure that it's an amazing night.
Wrong. That was wrong. Mammon, I told you not to swing your arms back and forth like that, didn't I? Now, let's back up and try that again from the point when you come out on stage.
Yikes!
Leviathan, when you look at Mammon, there needs to be more scorn in your eyes. Make it look like you really despise him.
Hey, wouldn't it be better if I stand over here instead? You know, so I'm more visible? I'm sure the audience will want to be able to see me from up close, as beautiful as I am. So, Satan and I should trade places. Come on, Satan. Over here.
Hey, you can't randomly decide that we're going to switch places. I have to exit stage right after this, and that's easier if I stay where I am now.
Well then, why not just exit stage left instead?
Because the next time I come out on stage, it's from stage right. So it wouldn't be efficient, now would it?
Excuse me? There's no need to yell, Satan. I mean, what's your problem? You're being so awful.
Asmo, where do you think you're going? Rehearsal isn't over, you know.
I'm taking a break.
Damn it. Why is Asmo gotta act like such a diva?
Oh, Yuki, it's you. I guess I sorta lost my temper a bit there, didn't I? I'm sorry you had to see that. It's just that I want our play to be perfect, so I'm trying to make it better. In my own way, you know? But it seems like people just don't get that. Thanks. If you say so, then maybe you're right. Oh, hey, come to think of it, when I ad-libbed this one line earlier, instead of following the script, Satan played along with me. Maybe he really does understand that I'm trying to make a better play. Wait a minute. Hey, did you just hear something?
Come on, it's okay. Come here. If you get all angry like that, you'll end up opening that wound and making it worse, you know?
Is that Satan with a cat?
Nothing. I just happened to spot a cat over there, that's all. It looks like he's injured. His wound has him all agitated. I'd like to tend to it, but he won't let me touch him.
Oh, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Come on. How about you look into my eyes? That's right. Keep looking. There's nothing to be afraid of. Now, come here. We need to see what we can do about that wound of yours. Yes. You're a good kitty, aren't you? There we go. You let me pick him up.
Thanks, Asmo.
You're welcome. And sorry about what happened earlier, okay?
Don't worry about it.
Listen, out of curiosity, did you maybe, did you come to check on me because you were worried? And then when you got here, you happened to notice the cat. Is that it?
We'd better get back to rehearsal before Simeon flips out.
Yeah, good idea.
All right. Why don't we stop here for the day?
Man, I'm tired. Seriously, that was torture.
Oh, Mammon and Lucifer, would you come here for a moment?
What?
Ugh, this is awful. My makeup is a mess.
Asmo,
What's up, Satan?
about your performance. You were pretty good out there today. Especially the way you delivered your lines. It was superb.
Why, thank you. That's what I'm capable of when I really put my mind into it. Well, I'm going to head back to my room, okay? You two should really get to bed early, too.
Yuki, do you have a second? I wanted to let you know that I appreciate what you did earlier. Thank you, Yuki. You went after Asmo when he walked out of rehearsal, right? It's because of you that Asmo decided to patch things up with me. Anyway, changing the subject. There's going to be a dance on the evening of the school festival. And I was wondering if you'd be interested in going with me. Oh, okay. Good. I thought you were going to say no. Normally, I'm not too keen on dances, honestly. I'd rather hang out in my room reading than dance with somebody I could care less about. But I realized that I'd actually enjoy myself if I could go with you. So, I'm looking forward to it, Yuki.
Seriously, I don't get it! And why do you always gotta get mad at me, Lucifer? You're a moron! I mean, it's not like I was the only one phoning it in. Everyone else was too!
Instead of mouthing off to me, you should actually try doing a good job for a change. Then I won't have to yell at you.
Since when have you ever recognized it when I've tried to do a good job, huh? What's your problem? Why do you always single me out and act like I'm the bad guy?
I don't do that.
Yeah, you do!
Yuki's right. That's enough. Ugh. What was the point of this retreat, Lucifer, do you think it would be okay to show this sort of disrespect toward Diavolo if he was here? And Mammon, just look at the worried expression on Yuki's face.
Damn it.
Even if you can't get along, just try to stay focused on the play during rehearsals, alright?
Fine.
I feel like we'll be able to have proper rehearsals at least, but still. From the way they were at each other's throats, I can't help but worry that things will be bad outside of rehearsal time.
Really? So Lucifer and Mammon started yelling at each other after I left, huh? Well, Belphie and Beel made up, and so did Satan and I. Guess that just leaves Lucifer and Mammon now. Oh! It's the cat from before! So, Satan took care of your injury, did he? Good for you, kitty! So, Yuki, are you worried about Lucifer and Mammon? You really are a sweetheart, aren't you? The thing is, Lucifer has always had a soft spot for Mammon. He can't help it. He just finds him adorable. And Mammon has always been the naughty type. From the time he was an angel, Michael was in charge of his training, and even he couldn't figure out how to handle Mammon. Eventually, Michael went to Lucifer for advice on how to deal with him, so Lucifer went to meet with Mammon. I don't know what Lucifer did, but by the time he came back, he had somehow managed to win Mammon over. From that point on, Mammon went to Lucifer whenever he needed something. Like a cat that snuggles up to its owner only when it wants to be fed. And in the end, Lucifer took over for Michael as the angel in charge of his training. so he may grumble about it, but Mammon generally does what Lucifer tells him to. I think Mammon respects Lucifer, you know? In his own sort of way, but neither of them ever actually admits how they really feel about the other. So, long story short, there's no need to worry about them. They'll get over this eventually. Anyways, there are more important things to discuss. Yuki, did you know that there will be a dance on the day of the school festival? So, how about we go together? You'd like that, right? I mean, with me as your partner, you're guaranteed to be the center of attention. The whole school will be talking about you, you know? Yay! Yay, yay, yay! That's what I was hoping to hear. I mean, considering how beautiful I am, it's only natural you'd want me to escort you to the dance. But I was worried sick that one of my brothers would swoop in and ask you before I could, you know? So I had to act. Well, I'm glad you said yes. Let's make it a truly enchanting evening, okay? One will never forget.
Alright, everyone. After 3 days and 2 nights together, we finally reached the end of Project Friendship. Well done.
Does that mean you think it's been a resounding success?
Well, yes. For everyone but Lucifer and Mammon, that is.
Good job, everyone. The school festival is almost here. So, I want you all to redouble your efforts as we prepare for the big day.
I'm going to be extra strict with you until the bitter end, so no slacking off. Understand?
Hello, humans. We appreciate your support through this project, and we do hope you are enjoying our works. If you are further interested in our art, I would suggest you subscribe to the channel of Otome Live. And if you're interested in the works behind this entire project, we also have a Patreon you can subscribe yourself to. So, thank you once again, and I do look forward to seeing you all again soon. You will return, won't you?
Everybody 踊れお前のスタイルにもっと始まるぜ完璧なショー It's not the trick of